In a world where everything is moving at breakneck speed, our lives at home and work are accelerating towards a future that often seems just out of reach. This speed makes it hard to appreciate life to its fullest. And one of the few ways we have left to slow down, reflect, and appreciate the world around us is through travel. It is innately human to immerse ourselves in distant places, to discover and learn the richness of new cultures, and to connect with people who broaden our own horizons. This journey of exploration is how we discover to become better versions of ourselves. So as hoteliers, our industry directly reflects our own fast-paced lives, making it incredibly challenging to find the time to improve our own crafts. We already spend enough time striving to keep up with the ever-evolving needs of our guests, grappling with an ultimate challenge. How will we balance the human personal touch of service that is what travelers yearn for as our guests, with the digital technology landscapes that continuously speed up our lives? Yet, amidst this whirlwind of change and evolution and relentless speed, hidden beneath our industry's struggle to be better, is a clear answer that rests with a select few who have truly mastered the art of hospitality.
A concierge is a gift. It's literally a gift from the hotel to the guest because they said, this person, I have hired them literally just to take care of you. There's no one else in the whole hotel that is hired just for that. Like everybody else has another job. You know, if it's to clean, if it's to cook, if it's to serve food and do side work or do receptions and but it's like literally our role is to take care of the guest. And it's like, that's what I love. And like, so in a way, it's like, it's the ultimate form of love from a hotel to a guest.
It's always filled with change and something new to experience, and I derive great excitement in sharing that with my guests about what's newest chef, newest restaurant, greatest show, and again, the lifestyle. It is a privilege, to be able to experience the things that we as a concierge get to experience, but again, always being reminded that the reason for those opportunities are so that we can offer those insightful information and suggestions to our guests. But I think that the greatest privilege really is the opportunity to be a part of so many milestones in guests' lives. You have the opportunity to be a part of engagements, 50th wedding anniversaries.
We're people. That's what we get paid to do as well, and that's a wonderful thing. I mean, that's why you hear this again and again, or do a job that you love so you don't have to feel like you're working at any given day. And that's our feeling. Do we get tired at the end of the day? Of course we do, like any other job. But that's a sort of a sweet tiredness. You go home, you crash, you rest, whatever it is, and then you wake up the next day, crack on. And as if our hotel day-to-day tempo is not enough, a lot of the times, a lot of concierges keep on working even after hours because we go to events, we go to attend dinners, we go to theater shows and so on and so forth, just to get ourselves more prepared. So that when the guest comes and says, where can I get a carandache? You want to know what carandache is, what sort of a pen it is, and where you can get it. There's absolutely nothing better than getting paid for doing something that you already love.
These are the members of Le Clé d'Or, an elite association of hotel concierges who seamlessly blend the tradition of service and technology in unparalleled ways. They don't just respond, they organically anticipate as if it were second nature. They don't just acknowledge, they deeply understand and empathize so much with their guests that they transform the transaction of service into a trusted and loyal friendship with their guests that can last generations. Service isn't just a means to better profitability with Le Clé d'Or, it's a way of life for them. So if we're to better understand as an industry how to balance service and technology from the concierges of the world, we must first understand what the concierge mindset is at its core.
To be honest, when I was younger, I used to see many senior concierges saying, I don't want to be a manager, I don't want to be this, I don't want to be that. And I said, wow, but they can do it. They are so good. But now I understand what they say. And for me, it's the same thing. Like when a few years back, my management said, all right, we want to develop to become a front office manager. I said, I'm going to be super unhappy and you don't want me to be unhappy. Leave me on my desk, talking to my guests, seeing people. That's what I love to do. And the guests, they feel it.
This is a calling. It truly is. You know, when you become a concierge and you realize what you can do to change someone's life for that moment, you realize the power that you have to be able to be transformative. You realize how much it is a part of who you are and of your life and what you want to achieve. And it's a gift. It is not the career that I set out to have, but it's the career I was lucky enough to be part of.
For many people, it's a blinding epiphany that they really love to take care of people and make people happy. And when that makes you happy, then why would you leave that? Because it's a beautiful thing, what we do. And you can usually tell when you're doing interviews who has the heart. You know, because of course we all need technology and knowledge and manners, but who has the heart to really genuinely care about people?
So the digital cannot feel heart, but the human connection is the most important, is the heart from person to person. That is the probably, especially luxury travelers, is requesting that kind of part. That's why they choose the hotel our members are there. So that is important, and we have to continue doing this.
The Le Clé d'Or motto is service through friendship. Their sole purpose as an organization is to create stronger relationships with each other so that they can create stronger relationships with the guests that they serve. In order to support this goal, the organization meets every year somewhere far around the world to conduct an international congress. At this event, they vote on their leaders and standards, learn the newest trends from forward-thinking people, take the time to slow down and enhance their crafts, and network with each other alongside industry leaders. By simply shifting their mindset away from the commerce of the hotel business and focusing on what the heart of hospitality means to them as individuals and as a global network, they ultimately strengthen each other like a rising tide. So what does friendship mean to Le Clé d'Or members, and what is the outcome of putting that tenet of service above all others?
The friendship is between concierge on the level of the network. And that is true on many levels, and that makes sense for the Clé d'Or because it first starts with the destination itself. The concierge in the same city, while all the other people in the hotel work within the hotel. The concierge is the person in relation with the city and the surroundings. So there is that level of friendship in the destination. Then you have within the country, because in the past, people were not traveling so far. They would travel by train or car. That's why the Clé d'Or makes sense, in fact. It's not an incredible discovery, it's just common sense. That's why it happened.
If I would need something in Paris, even though I think even if you are retired, I would still probably reach out to Roderick or ask who I should call. Now you are retired, you will maybe not even know anymore. But you know, it's about the connections that you make also at the congresses, and that's why we have the meetings. So if we have guests traveling to A, B, and C, and A is the starting point, and then they continue to B and C, you can already in that journey make the link and the trust for the guest and introduce them to the next concierge and the next destination. So and already prepare them for, let's say, if they want to go to museums, sailing, or whatever it may be, then that's already pre-arranged before their arrival with that hotel concierge that they're staying with, because we know that person already.
I am supported by a global network of friends that only want for my well-being, as well as, again, trying to assist my guests whenever I'm calling upon them. Being a member of Clé d'Or, I don't believe I've traveled to any city or any country in years that I didn't have a friend.
I think it is really a family, and a lot of people within the association do describe it as being like a second family, I suppose. But I think there's a family element amongst it as well. It's almost the bond, the closeness. That's a common term that comes up, family, and it does feel like family, genuinely.
Le Clé d'Or recently discovered that hotels with their members can be 2 to 3 times more profitable than the properties without them. So is it really that simple for us all to learn? To focus on friendship first and foremost, and then magically service and revenue levels will begin to take flight? When you compare Le Clé d'Or concierges to a front desk or a call center or any other guest-facing role within a hotel's brand of service, that's the one key difference that stands out. While we rapidly move forward as an industry, and our lives move just as fast, we can't forget to slow down and be mindful about each other, that we are one giant family of people that dedicate their careers to serving others. What if we stopped focusing so much on the transactional business of hotels, and like Le Clé d'Or, shifted our gaze to the business of hospitality, where friendship exists above all else? What if?